With its semi-arid climate, Morocco faces a challenge of all times to ensure water supply security. Under the effect of climate change, like all countries in the world, the available volume of water shifted from about 2,500 cubic meters per capita per year in 1960 to about 700 today. This water situation imposed on Morocco to tackle the issue of rational water management in order to make this essential and scarce resource available to everyone everywhere. Urban and rural clients, industrial actors and farmers. Indeed, despite its specific climate, Morocco remains nonetheless an agriculture country. Agriculture alone represents 90% of the total consumption of fresh water. Water quality is suffering continuing degradation and pollution at both the surface and groundwater resources due to agricultural irrigation, domestic use, industrial use, and accidental pollution. To address this situation, Morocco has set up an ambitious strategy for water management and the ONEE plays a key role in the implementation. Created in 1972, the National Office of Drinking Water is a major player in the water supply process throughout the kingdom. The office's main tasks are to ensure the whole process works from planning to distributing drinking water supply, including water quality control and wastewater management. Efforts made by the office allow to achieve 100% drinking water access rate in urban areas and 91% in late 2010 in rural areas. Widespread access to drinking water to all Moroccans anywhere on the territory is a real vocation for ONEE. In order to carry out this vital water mission for our country, ONEE has developed infrastructure and projects at the cutting edge of technology to keep up with the ambitions of the national strategy. The Bourgray complex is the most outstanding expression of ONEE expertise in terms of water management. It is recognized by the World Health Organization as a collaborating center. The complex is among the 10 greatest drinking water treatment plants in the world. Treats water retained by the Sidi Mohammed bin Abdullah Dam with a capacity of 1 billion cubic meters. With a processing capacity of 9 cubic meters per second, the Bourgray complex can supply drinking water to nearly 8 million Moroccan citizens in several major cities on the Casablanca-Rabat axis. The Tamansour treatment plant, located 18 kilometers from the city of Marrakesh, provides drinking water to the 1 million inhabitants of the Oka city and new urban centers that grow up around, like the new cities of Tamsghlout and Chouitar. In order to meet the constant development of the city and satisfy the demand generated by the numerous tourist projects, ONEE began major expansion works of the station. Tangier, the city of Detroit, has 2 treatment plants, namely Mahalhat, which treats the Ibn Battuta Dam water with a capacity of 950 liters per second, and the Hashaf plant that treats the 9 Avril Dam water with a capacity of 1,400 liters per second. These structures provide constant and regular drinking water supply to the cities of Tangier and Asila, as well as the Tangier Med Industrial Platform. In the region of Agadir, the new Tamri plant was inaugurated in 2007 to strengthen the drinking water supply for the Great Agadir, contributing to widespread access drinking water to 120 douars of Tarazout, Imswan and Tamri communes and support economic development in the region. 80 kilometers away from Oujda, The Mashara Hamidi plant has allowed the region since 2007 to be supplied with drinking water continuously, even during the periods of high demand. With a production capacity of 970 litres per second, this infrastructure provides drinking water to cities of Ujda, El Ayoun, Taurid and Duaz of the rural communes of Angad, until Mashara Hamidi, where the dam holding the same name is built and supplies the plant with raw water. This infrastructure makes ONEE the first national distributor for more than 1.5 million customers, medium cities and its suburbans. Drinking water is a right for all citizens. It is the guiding principle that drives ONEE's overall strategy in the development of drinking water supply in rural areas. Its mission focuses on two main areas: water supply infrastructure development and facilities management and sustainability. Accordingly, to optimize and improve its intervention in rural areas, ONEE has entered into a restructuring process and initiated studies aimed at better understanding the sector through studies of master plan and field surveys. This strategy has enabled to supply drinking water in the rural world through the installation of standpipes up to 66% and 33% through connections at home. The ONEE action in rural areas directly impacts the lives of the inhabitants, significantly improving the situation of women, traditionally assigned to the duty of fetching water. Children can find their way back to school. In addition, ONEE has conducted a participatory system involving local people in the implementation and daily management of infrastructure, thus contributing to local development. Each region of our country has its constraints and specificities. ONEE ruthlessly strives to overcome these constraints to accomplish its mission. This is the case in Layun. Its desert climate implies a marked scarcity of the water resource, a situation we had to cope with by focusing on innovation. Indeed, Layun has one of the first seawater desalination plants, with a flow of 26,000 cubic meters per day, allowing the cities of Fumulwed residences to have drinking water all day long. In addition to these efforts, ONEE, as a planner of drinking water, works continuously to mobilize the water resource where it is to meet growing demand. Thus, the office, surrounded by professionals, coordinates drilling actions in remote areas to get water while preserving groundwater thanks to rational management. Sanitation is another strategic profession of ONEE. It is an essential component of the office's action in the kingdom. This service is provided in 80 cities through wastewater treatment plants. The continued installation of dedicated equipment such as collection systems and networks, maintenance and servicing of this infrastructure. Sanitation missions play an essential role in environmental conservation and rehabilitation of polluted sites. One of the most successful experiences is the remediation of the Borreg Lagoon in Nador, called La Machica. Within the framework of a global development vision in the Oriental region, the Nador Lagoon underwent complete rehabilitation, allowing it to become one of the major tourist destinations while preserving the ecosystem. ONEE is therefore a real operational partner for economic development of our country. Various wastewater treatment techniques are used. The activated slush system with tertiary ultraviolet treatment, The Nador plant uses this technique with modern facilities that allow it to treat sludge and odors and produce reusable water for irrigation and watering. The treated wastewater can be released into nature in full respect of the environment. The lagoon system of wastewater treatment, as in Rashid, is a technique that relies on self-purification processes occurring naturally in water pools, in which microorganisms break down organic substances and convert it into minerals. Through its network of laboratories and field teams, ONEE ensures the quality of water distributed to Moroccan consumers. It is within the Bourgreg treatment plant in Rabat that ONEE installed its central laboratory, the heart of the water treatment and water quality process. With scientific and technical equipment at the cutting edge of technology, it allows 100 executives and highly qualified technicians to determine each day over 300 parameters relating to water analysis. This laboratory is the guarantor of the preservation of the health of the population by allowing ONEE to ensure monitoring water quality at all production, transport and distribution stages. ONEE has developed a network of 86 laboratories throughout the kingdom to ensure close monitoring and has 3 mobile laboratories dedicated to wastewater control. Samples are taken from all sites related to the water cycle, treatment plants, reservoirs and distribution networks of drinking water as well as waterways, dams and groundwater. These samples are then transported to the laboratories to undergo a series of bacteriological and physico-chemical tests. The level of experience achieved by the ONEE laboratories is recognized nationally and internationally. The central laboratory is certified ISO 17025 and accredited by the Ministry of Sustainable Development, Environment and Parks of Quebec and by the Ministry of Industry, Trade and New Technologies of Morocco. Human resources are at the heart of the ONEE concerns. Accordingly, the Bourgreg complex houses the International Institute of Drinking Water and Sanitation, which is a training institute for technicians in water professions, enabling to develop human capital present at the office and sustain an experience recognized around the world. Thanks to its know-how and expertise, the Institute hosts a number of seminars and conferences and organizes training modules in favor of the managers and engineers from abroad. ONEE also has a special interest in educating the general public and children and the rise in public awareness. The permanent water exhibition, Cité de l'eau, built in the heart of the Bourgreg complex, allows to involve visitors in the problem of water treatment and encourage them to adopt a responsible and sustainable attitude regarding this scarce and vital resource. Moreover, ONEE organizes awareness caravans across the country along with public communication campaigns in medias. It is with pride and a sense of public duty that ONEE, through all its employees, will work on a day-to-day basis to support the development of our country.